So I know I need to go right over here where this vampire casket is, this Ashen Scar, and I believe the last quest giver is just to the south of that. So we'll come over here to this way shrine. Jim Sterling. I am not familiar with Jim Sterling. Basic Angry Joe of the UK, but I'll check him out. I love people who speak their mind. I'd rather deal with a person who's going to be blunt and honest, even if it's going to hurt my feelings, than dealing with someone who's going to tiptoe around everything and sugarcoat it and make it sound good because that's what you want to hear. No, I prefer freaking honesty. I have more respect for people and businesses who are honest and upfront. I'm gonna put a marker right there because I believe that's where the quest giver is. But yeah, if he, like you said, if he's another Angry Joe, then the chances are I will probably like him a lot. So I will definitely go ahead and check out his videos. But that's what this world, that's what this industry needs, is more honesty, more calling people out, or businesses calling them out for the shady practices that they're doing and getting away with. And I'm not talking about like these streamers who are calling out other streamers, trying to belittle each other because, you know, oh, you're taking part of my audience. You know, that's all bullshit stuff that's on YouTube, and unfortunately YouTube is like saturated with that kind of bullshit. Oh, I'm semi going the wrong way. No, but I'm talking about the actual just the people who are coming out and telling bold-faced lies. An example of that would be like Battlefield comes out, and then all of a sudden you start seeing on YouTube a lot of streamers are posting their videos of this is the best setup with this particular gun. Okay, now I'm going to tell you right now, that person making that video and telling you that they have the best setup for that gun, and to come to look at their video and to freaking follow the spec that they followed, they're outright freaking lying to you. You can argue that point with me all you want, but there is no best spec. What it boils down to, even in a game like this, people will say, like, here's the best spec for a sorcerer. No. It may be the best spec for you based on your play style. But if your spec is telling me to, like in Battlefield 5, to put a lot of points into hipfire, and your play style, you know damn well you never hipfire, why would you put points into it? Put those points somewhere else where they're going to be useful for you. Same thing in this game. If I'm building a sorcerer and then the freaking spec says, yeah, put freaking 50 points into tumbling, and you never, ever, in your normal play, dodge roll or anything, that's just not part of your play style, then don't waste your points and put them in that freaking area, because it's not going to help you at all. These guides, if they were upfront and more honest, they would say, my personal play style, which I find to be very good, that would freaking work. But when you say it's the best play style, and then you get all of a sudden thousands of freaking people who are verbatimly copying that build, then you get a bunch of freaking carbon copies out there of people who don't know how to freaking play the character, because it's not the best build for them. It's just not the best build, Period. It may be the best build for the guy who created it. And I wish people would just be upfront and more honest about it and watch their words a little bit more. So I was right. I believe.
Elsweyr, is this truly the path you set me on?
I believe this is the last quest I have in the game, so...
A fellow wanderer on the path. Greetings. I'm Vastarie. If you plan to explore the Ashen Scar, I'd advise caution. Some dark intention has this canyon in a vice grip. An inopportune time for a visit. Then again, perhaps we're meant to be here.
What's going on in the Ashen Scar exactly?
An undead awakening. As intense as it is unstable. The corpses emerge in fits and starts for now. But I can sense more stirring below. Hundreds more. If left unchecked, these creatures may spill out into larger Elsweyr. Perhaps even lands beyond.
Maybe I can help.
Yes, maybe you can. I find myself having difficulty focusing. If the force that reanimates these corpses exerts pressure on the mind as well, that would be profoundly unsettling. I intend to search these ruins for answers. Will you join me?
Why, yes, I'll help you investigate this undead awakening.
I'm glad to have your company. As I said, something about this place puts me ill at ease. Now, are you ready to proceed?
Who are you again?
Right. Forgive me. A simple name is hardly sufficient introduction given the circumstances. As I said, my name is Vastarie.
Vastarie.
I'm a mage and loyal servant of Azura, the queen of dawn and dusk. I'm also something of a wanderer, like you.
You serve Azura? Like the Daedric Prince Azura?
The very same. I find that title rather coarse, but ultimately, titles tell more about the speaker than they do about the subject. Wouldn't you agree? In these lands, she's called Azura, queen of the night sky and mother to all Khajiit.
And why do you worship Azura instead of the divines?
Love. With Azura, everything begins with love. A love that is fierce, possessive, even cruel, but always true and impossibly deep. I mean no offense, but worshipping dead gods always struck me as a fantastically dull and unfulfilling tradition.
My Khajiit kin worship Azura too.
I know, and that does your race credit. I'm sorry to see she's lost her primacy in Khajiiti religion, though. Your prophet, Ridtharidata, and his Riddlethar teachings have sanded down Khajiiti theology's sharper edges. Shame that.
And why does that bother you?
I always hate to see a rich tradition usurped by a flimsy one, but ultimately it's your people's choice. What matters is that Azura loves you all, and what my lady loves she always reclaims, eventually.
What can you tell me about this place, the Ashen Scar?
It's the site of an ancient Khajiiti temple to Azura, the Temple of the Hidden Moon. I conducted some research on the temple before I set out from Grotwood, but didn't find much. Something happened here that the Khajiit aren't keen to dredge up.
Something related to the undead?
Undoubtedly. What little scholarship I did find referred to a sprawling nest of catacombs beneath the temple, filled with Khajiiti dead. The adepts of the Hidden Moon watched over them, I think. Beyond that, there's nothing.
So if we learn about these Hidden Moon adepts, we might find the source of the awakening?
That's the hope, yes. Azura's influence runs deep here, deep and even than whatever malevolent force stirred up the undead. She'll guide us to the answers. Of that, I have no doubt.
Fair enough. I'm ready to set out.
Excellent. Let's be on our way then. The Hidden Moon Temple.
Oh, don't even get me started on the freaking
Ashen
8-year-olds.
Scar. The adepts who lived there vanished centuries ago, but the air still crackles with arcane energy, necromantic energy. But there's more. A malice that... By Azura, that sound! Wait! My friend, wait! Forgive me. I didn't expect to face such resistance.
Are you all right?
Yes. And no. It felt as though I was struck blind and deaf, save for the sound of a beating heart. I think something tried to drive me back, then relented and tried to claim me instead. Oh, there's an intention to it, a greed and a hunger.
All right, so what should we do?
You seem unaffected. Good. I can't go any farther. Not until I understand the nature of this event. Take these descrying stones and place them throughout the canyon. They'll allow me to perceive this threat from a distance.
All right, I'll place these descrying stones.
The 3 stones act in concert, so be sure to place them in a broad pattern that encompasses the whole area. Now, you should set out. The sooner you place the descrying stones, the sooner I can locate the source of this evil.
Does necromantic energy always affect you this way?
No, not at all. Truth be told, necromancy is my primary area of expertise.
Mine too.
Study of souls, to be more specific. I trust that won't be a problem.
I don't have any objections. I'm a necromancer myself.
So you are. I only hope that you're using your skills for the betterment of Tamriel. Necromancy often makes a meal of less disciplined mages. It's a school fraught with temptations. Of course, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know.
What are these descrying stones exactly?
An experiment of mine. Expended soul gems reinfused with the smallest trace of my own spiritual essence. They allow me to perceive the world as lingering spirits do, making the invisible flow of animus and magicka visible.
And how will that help us?
Well, for one thing, they'll allow me to conduct my search from far away. No small thing, given what just occurred. Once I see the flow of magicka in this place, I should be able to trace the corrupt energies back to their source.
And finding the source will allow us to stop the undead.
Perhaps. I hope so. At the very least, it will give us a fuller sense of what we're dealing with here.
All right.
The corruption here is just suffocating, like a dark fog rising from below, bidding the dead to serve.
All right. Die already. Okay.
Excellent. My sight grows clearer. I see a maze of catacombs below. Undead rise there too. And something else.
Alright, one left. Oh shit. I gotta like go all the way back to where I started to get to the next one. Alright. There it is.
Good. I sense, yes, some kind of wards infused into the architecture. They're weakened by the march of time. Someone tried to prevent this. There's a concentration of dark energy in the exposed tomb at the center of the scar. Meet me there.
The center, huh? Tomb of the Hidden Moon.
The orb! Destroy it! Quickly!
Your pathetic magics are useless here, Witch of Azura. Flee while you can. The hour of my return has come.
Much better.
Thank you for acting quickly, friend. The situation appears much worse than I thought. The being you just encountered, it was the shade of a dark lich, an undead Khajiit possessing unimaginable power. You just shattered one of his phylacteries.
Phylactery? Never heard of that word before. Phylactery?
A focus, like an arcane vessel or container. Think of the stones I gave you earlier. Those contain a sliver of my essence, but nothing of what makes me who I am. Phylacteries contain much larger fragments of the soul, powerful but dangerous tools.
But I destroyed it.
You destroyed one, yes, and the shade simply taunted us. There must be others. If we're to have any hope of stopping this lich, we'll have to find and destroy all of them. A daunting prospect. They're probably well hidden.
Alright, we'll find them.
I admire your optimism, unfounded though it may be. Did you notice the body near the orb? He met his end recently. I intend to find out what he knows. Place this stone in the center of the room. It should ease the summoning process.
Wait, you're going to raise him from the dead?
No, nothing so complicated. I mean only to open the door for his spirit to speak to us. An invitation to converse, nothing more. He may appear, he may not. But I think he'll want us to know what he learned, for vengeance sake, if nothing else.
Can we force him to tell us what we want to know?
That's within my power, yes. But I never coerce mortal souls. That path leads to avarice and horror. No, thank you. Azura teaches that a thing is only valuable if it's given freely. Truth extracted like a rotten tooth is just an accurate lie.
And how will this stone help you summon a spirit?
It will amplify my senses, just like before. Finding one soul among millions is no small feat. Summoning rituals require extreme precision, friend. Darker things than mortal souls wait for summons too. In necromancy, even small mistakes are fatal.
Is there anything else I need to do?
It will take all my concentration to maintain the ritual, so the questioning falls to you. I ask only that
Dinosaur
you proceed
Rainbow.
quickly.
Welcome.
As I said
Hello.
before, an open door to spirit realm can draw unwelcome attention, so be concise, all right?
And how does this work anyway? Are you raising him from the dead? Well, we already
No,
kind of went through
nothing
that.
so complicated.
Okay,
I mean only to open the door.
let's just do it.
Stand back. Mithralas zelanfinal guaridanere.
Wait, you must listen.
Speak with him, quickly.
We do not have much time. This one feels his spirit slipping away. The Dark Lich, Arum Kal, has awakened. He rises like foul smoke from beneath the Ashen Scar.
Slow down. Aram Kal? Who is that?
Arum Kal, the ancient defiler, the Dark Adept, destroyer of the Hidden Moon. If he regains his full power, death and horror will scour all the sands of Elsweyr.
And how do you know this?
The orb. I tried to claim it for myself. It sent me to a realm of nightmares, where Arum Kal's spirit reigns as king. He tore my soul to pieces, then used the remnants to awaken his body, and everything else in this cursed place. He...
Where is Aram Kal now? I need to know more.
No more! Release me, please!
Azura, have mercy on him. I'd say he learned his lesson.
Yeah.
Well done. I had hoped to glean a bit more, but that name is enough. Arum Kal the Dromathra. Arum Kal the Moonslayer. Mages whisper his name as they do that of the Worm King Manimako. Oh, I thought him long gone. Seems I was wrong.
Alright, so what should we do now?
Whatever wards the disciples of this temple put in place to keep Arum Kal bound are failing, and it's unlikely we'll find the means to mend them. We'll have to deal with this threat head-on. For that, I need your help.
Right.
The Khajiiti spirit called Arum Kal the Dark Adept and the Ancient Defiler. Could Arum Kal's fate and the fate of the Hidden Moon Adepts be intertwined?